Yes, sir. You know what it is, man. B-More's 92Q, home of that Quicksilver Morning Show. It's Rap Attack on your radio. Your boy AJ Showtime.
Yes, sir. DJ Twisted. We got the official boss lady in the building. She the first one that brought you Jeezy to Baltimore. She brought you Bootsy. Supported all these artists. You know what I mean? The queen, the icon, Tracye in the building.
Tracye, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Oh, look, so quiet on my manner right now, man. But no, let's get straight to it, man.
So we know Tracye the boss. We know Tracye the promoter. Who is Tracye as a person?
Low-key church girl. My mom was a pastor. I grew up in the church every day. Dad just slept on the floor of the church. So that's my foundation. I think that's what keeps me solid, grounded, because you got to have God in front of everything, man. It's too tough out here to think you can do it on your own.
Yes, indeed.
So let's get back into the business. What made you want to get promoting in the first place?
Crazy question. I worked, let's go back a little bit. When I first got out of school, I wanted to work for a record label. And my mom was friends with Cindy Birdsong. You guys are a lot younger, but she was the Supreme that replaced, what's the lady's name who died? Anyway, she was the Supreme.
Got you.
So she called Barry Gordy and said, look, my niece wants to work here. He said, hire her, bring her out to L.A. I got a job working in Motown. So I got the taste of the industry, the artists, and they were real artists. You know, you're talking about Stevie Wonder, Jackson 5. Like, it was like real artists, but they weren't Jackson 5 back then, but it was Janet Jackson, a lot of good artists. So that gave me the taste of music and wanted to be a part of it. Fast forward, currently within the 2000 year, I was really good friends with Dr. J's son, Jay Irvin. And he managed at the time Jadakiss, he had Floetry, a lot of cool artists. So I said, I think I want to start doing concerts because I was throwing like mad parties and celebrities would show up to my parties. They were like, you can do this for a living, but I would do it at my house, like pool parties, right?
Yeah.
So I called Jay. I was like, Jay, can I get one of the artists? He said, drop up to Philly, let's talk. So we met up for dinner. And he was like, who you want? And I was like, I think I want Floetry. What can you do? And I knew I was jumping out there, right? Because they were on fire back then.
Right.
And he said, well, can you do 5,000? I was like, what? Hell yeah. He said, don't you tell nobody. I said, hell no, I won't. So he brought them down, and I did it at Sonar Parking Garage. It became, what was it, Paparazzi?
Yeah.
It was just a garage.
Right.
So we put like blow heaters in there. And we made it into a concert venue, and that's kind of how Sonar started from that. And Floetry sold out. What's his name? Carmelo Anthony was there, a lot of rave. That's when they used to all come out to stuff. All the football players would come. And it was just lit. I got a taste for it. Fast forward, I went to Redwood Trust, and I did a concert there with Jadakiss next, his next artist.
Wow.
It sold out, and I was done after that. I couldn't stop.
Okay.
Wow, that's dope. So, being this dude, you in the business, how do you deal with all the egos, especially like the artists, the DJs, the promoters, even the people that work behind the scenes? Like, how you deal? Because it's a lot to deal with. I know it is.
It really is. 'Cause I think what they don't realize is you see so many people come and go. Like, you're the hot boy today, but you might not be the hot boy tomorrow. And they don't realize this business, it just goes up and down. It's a roller coaster ride.
Right.
And how you treat people when you're on the top of that hill is really how they're going to treat you when you go down. And we've all had hard times. I mean, I've had a bunch of money, and I've been broke as a joke. But you have to remember, this is not something people need. It's entertainment. It's not food. It's not water. It's a choice. So while you're on top, you got to be good to people. And that's been a lot to deal with as a black female.
Okay.
I catch it. Like, they talk crazy to me. They disrespect me. I had a meeting the other day with my husband sitting there. It wasn't even his business, but they were just talking to him. Like, I wasn't even there, asking him questions. And I'm like, hey, guys, I'm right here, you know. But that's what we go through. They just don't respect a black woman, and it's sad.
Yeah. So with dealing with, as far as with, do the clubs, also promoting concerts, right now compared to where you started to where you are now, do you feel like you're a gatekeeper for the Baltimore scene?
Ooh, that's a tough one. At one point I did. The waters have gotten muddy because a lot of folks jumped in the lane. And it's just like anything. If I want to be a doctor, I have to go to school and learn the craft. You just say, I'm going to be a surgeon tomorrow. You'll kill people. And they're killing the game. They're doing events and they don't have it organized. They don't have it structured. They don't have the money right. They don't have the back end right. They don't promote it. They don't spend the money in marketing. They just put it on Instagram 1-2 times and think that's it. And then they ruin it for the fans. And when the fans come out and it's a disgrace, they blame me. Even if it's not my event, somehow I was tied in it.
Somehow you roped up in it.
Right.
And I just feel like I was a gatekeeper, but now no one respects the hustle and they don't want to learn to do it the right way. Because you're not going to become a millionaire overnight.
Right.
You can't rape the people. The city doesn't have the money, guys. So you have to really be conscious of what you offer them and almost give them more than what they pay for.
Sure.
That's the key.
Okay.
So what do you say to the local artists or the people that's, saying that the local artists get the short end of the stick at your shows?
Okay. When I first started, we didn't charge. We didn't do anything. We just let them be on the show. Whoever I thought was hot at that time. Mm-hmm. And then industry changed, and people started charging artists because we start realizing that we're building your resume. So if you want to be on these big tours and you say, oh, I opened up for Moneybag, or I opened up for whoever you want to say, it helps them to put you on the tour because now we know you're ready for the big stage.
Right.
So we started charging. Well, I got a lot of kickback about that. Oh, my God, you charging us and you paying them all this money stuff. So you know what? We'll start the contest. You pay $50, $75, whatever it is, and now you're getting an opportunity in front of a panel of people that actually are experiencing and give you feedback. And you can be on stage for $50 to $75 to $100. I thought that was a great situation. They still didn't like that either.
Yeah, because you got a lot of backlash from it.
I did, because they thought it was fixed. It was rigged. Like, we actually took out the time, me, Jay, Quick, whoever, and decided we're going to pick this person. Hell no. It was truly a give back. Like, I was so in love, and I still love the process. I want to turn into a TV show, actually. Mm-hmm. It'd be like the hood version of American Idol, but I really feel like we need that forum, and it's so much love in the room. If you ever come to the contest and really get into, like, the last one was incredible. Everybody walked away saying, you know what? Who won should have won.
Right.
You know, and I will say one particular young lady, I was so for, because, you know, I want the women to win. We're really hot right now in hip hop. And I really adored her, and I pushed for her. And I think what happens is this little local celebrity goes to people's heads sometimes, and we'll tell you, come at a certain time. It's a business. So you must arrive at this time. You're not getting a section. You get this amount of guests. You get this amount of time. And this is your set time. That's how it goes with every show in America. No matter you're Gucci, Alicia Keys, this is how it goes. So she comes in kind of late with the entourage, wanting a table, demanding a table, wanting us to change the price. We had no tables. Black said, come to the stage. She wouldn't come to the stage because it wasn't time enough. It wasn't enough people in the room. And then after that, gets on social media and badmouths me. And I did all that as a gift to her. So it's like the ones you give the most to sometimes turn around and bite you in the ass. Excuse the French.
Now, do you feel like the artists that you work with, the local artists in the years past, in the beginning, are different compared to the ones now?
Oh, absolutely, because they hustle. I think now social media has totally twisted their minds into believing that you can be an overnight sensation, which people are becoming. But the ones, to me, that really grinded, like Lil Wayne, for example. When I first started bringing Wayne in 2005, I think it was, he was $10,000, guys. And he stayed $10,000 for at least 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Never changed his price. T.I., $15,000, cheap. And they came out every few months. We would see them all the time. They got into the community. We fell in love with them, and they grinded. They worked 4 or 5 shows a week. Now they're making 100, 200, 300 a show, so they don't have to come out as much. But you're not in front of the community. You're not with us anymore. So you seem untouchable. So I think people just don't get it. The grind is where it's at. Right. You got to put your work in.
So for the people that don't understand, especially when you got a bill for a large artist.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? How does that work out? Especially, like I said, you're charging the local artists to do what they do, but also you guys have to have so much amount of cash before the situation, happens. So maybe I don't think that they understand that concept. Is that what it is, or what do you feel the problem is?
I think the local artists in Baltimore really believe that we should put them on, make them a celebrity, make it happen, all on our backs. Meaning, if I'm spending, I'm just going to throw a number out there, $500,000 for an arena show, right? Mm-hmm. And this headliner should be the one selling the tickets. So if I'm putting all my energy there and I'm just blessing you by letting you grace the stage, to me, I would be so grateful that I'm on stage with an icon like a Lil Wayne or something. To me, that would be a dream for me. But they don't get all the money that's tied into it, like Winterfest. Remember when Krishan was there? We gave her 3 minutes, guys.
Oh,
she
I know.
stayed on there for, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah. Right.
And then cursed me out. I'm like, baby, y'all called me with this. She asked me on FaceTime, could she do it? I said, sure. I know she's a sensation. Everybody's talking about her, but it turned on me. They always turn on you. I just don't understand how that happened. It hurts me. I really want to cry. It hurts me to my heart because I love my city. I love hip-hop, but I hate the fact that they don't get how much money goes into the show. So if I walk away and I lose $100,000, y'all go home. Y'all good. I got to figure out how I'm going to survive. My family's going to make it. So it's my job. I don't come in your job and say, can I get free radio or can I get health insurance? This is how I feed my family.
Right. So based off the support as far as 1, being a black woman, 2, being a black business, do you feel like there's a stigma between the two that you don't get as much support compared to somebody else?
Absolutely. It's growing pains in anything. I'll own my part. When I first opened my business, which is iconic, the Assembly Room, we had a lot of hiccups. Sometimes when you go into business, you come with a whole bunch of cash and you can do it how you want. And then some of us don't come into it with that. We just figure it out along the way. And so, of course, growing pains, you can't expect someone just starting out to compare to someone's been open for 10 years. I don't own and have all those things yet. It's not a fair comparison. So I think in that respect, I get it. But I feel like if I'm giving you a quality product, which I think my building is a beautiful place. It's the largest venue in the city. But they'd rather support other nationalities, other buildings, because we still, in my mind, have a slave mentality. We believe, sorry people, and I love all people, but we believe white is right. And we are always going to be second fiddle to that. And I don't understand why we don't want to build each other up so we can be equal. Because if I become rich and you become rich, that's 2 more black families that can help each other. And that's what it's really about. We're so much stronger together, but we don't look at it. We don't want to help anybody because we want to tear them down because we don't want them to think they're getting big-headed or they got too much and then they're going to turn to... No, I want us all to eat. When I had Dubai, I let everybody come in there for free because I want us to have a home. We had nowhere to go back then. And we had a ball in that club. If anybody came, we had a freaking ball. And that was my vision when I got this spot.
Right.
It's not a club, but it's a venue you can do whatever you want. It's the biggest venue in town. You just got to put in the work. If you can get 3,000 people there and pay $50, what's that? $150,000, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't work for $150,000 in one night, but you got to work for it.
Real talk. Speaking of Dubai, what have you learned running Dubai versus Icon?
Different economy.
Okay.
Everyone back then, the streets run Baltimore. Let's just put it out there. And there was a lot of good guys that was doing really well. People were getting a lot of money back then. They would come to my club. I got 20. I'm spending it all here, Tracye. What's up? This is my whole neighborhood. How much you want? It's not like that no more.
Yeah.
The women are buying the tables and the guys are sitting at their table.
Real talk.
And if it's not that to me, and excuse me, people are so big into the social media on the phone and hookah. We not dancing. We not partying. We just want to see what the other club's doing. We just want to smoke hookah. And I just feel like we just lost the energy of the vibe. You know, it's just not a turn up no more. It's a social thing.
Is there any way to get it back though?
Honestly, I kind of lost hope on the real party. Now, the older crowd, they party. Like, we got Tom's birthday coming up, they going to party. Because they remember. They don't even smoke hookah. They don't even care about that stuff. And that's the thing we got to talk about as a community, too. What is that hookah doing to our bodies? Seriously. Because that's cancer on the way.
Now, Money Long was talking about that situation with the hookah.
Yeah, she's right.
Right.
It's a trick. So, and both of y'all do it, don't you? Look at your faces.
I don't.
I do. You know I do.
Come on, brother. Think about it, though.
But I only do it like when I'm like drinking or something. It's not like an everyday thing. So when I'm out sometimes, if I'm in the hookah lounge, I smoke hookah every once in a while. But it's not like a every weekend thing, even if that, you know what I'm saying?
So you mentioned the local artists in their situation.
Yeah.
The promoters in their situation.
Yeah.
What about like the DJs? Have you seen a change? Like, what are the things that you feel that needs to be improved in terms of like people that's doing the entertainment that you're working with?
Well, I mean, I have some of the best DJs. They have been, honestly, the easiest part of this whole process. I haven't had any issues with any DJs. I mean, of course, their talents, so they're emotional, and they get on social media and say stuff. But for the most part, you know, they're doing great. I see a trend where DJs are starting to become a driving force. Like, when I first came up, you know, it was me, Nelly Nell, and Esta. You know, we had a thing going, and Nelly was the guy, and all of us together brought a crowd. Then it came to a point where the promoters took over and the DJs really weren't bringing the crowd. They were like an added value. Now I'm starting to notice that if I put Rico on something or L on something or whomever we pick, you on something, y'all have your own crowds now and you're posting it and you're working. We didn't have all this before. So I think it's starting to turn. And I like that because we all should bring something to the table. If you want me to pay you $500, then bring something. I don't mind paying, but let's bring something. Just don't show up like you're not the talent, like you're just going to get a check and don't work for it. I think we should be a team because if it's a lit party, you look lit.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And who wants to DJ in front of an empty room? Not cool.
Absolutely. me either.
Right?
So let's take it back to the live concerts. Baltimore has a spotlight on it right now.
Okay.
So are you willing to pay like a local artist that can put seats and bodies? I mean, bodies and seats.
I will pay anyone if they can put bodies in seats.
Okay.
But to me, you have to be practical. Like in my situation, my building can hold a lot of folks. So if you're going to charge me $10,000, $15,000, how many people can you really bring? Can I get that money back? Am I just doing this to give to the community, or is this a business venture? Because I'm here to pay bills.
Right.
So if you're saying to me, Tracye, I can pull 1,500 people, I have no problem. I'll bring you every week. but it doesn't always pan out that way. It'll be a lot of fugazi people. People give away tickets for free. You know, they charge them next to nothing. You can't make money when you charge them $10 and $20. You just can't. Time I pay for security, whatever my bills are, I walk away with $1,000. Was that really worth it to me? You got to consider ice, juice, BG&E. It just doesn't add up. So I would love us to have talent that could do that. If y'all can give me a list of folks, we could do it tomorrow.
That's what I was going to ask you. So do you feel that we are at a point where we could have an all Baltimore artist type situation, or do you feel that we still need a national artist to help bring in the situation as far as a draw?
I have mixed reviews on that. I've seen it done. Tech did a great job over at Ram's Head. But again, people don't know how much Ram's Head costs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it costs to go over there. So you have a lot of bills before you even get to profit. But if we could pull it off, I think it would be fantastic. I think a lot of times with local artists, they do a lot of local business. So if you're going to every club, every strip club, every club all the time, you lose that whole mystique. You know, you have to like be very exclusive on what you attend and what you do, because if we seen you 10 times, why am I paying $30 to see you again? You were at the club last night with me having a drink. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Like with Jeezy, when I first started, I'm like, Jeezy, I want you to come more than once a year. Nope, I'm only coming once a year, Trace, because I don't want to overdo your market, because then they're not going to keep coming out.
Right.
So that once a year was a big deal for everybody. And he was right.
But let's talk about the situation with that alone.
Okay.
You have relationships with these people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Gotti, Jeezy. It didn't happen overnight.
Ugh.
And for somebody who's trying to learn how to be the next promoter or how to be the next person that runs a business as far as arena concerts and all of that, what would you tell them?
Well, when I started, I didn't make any money. Let's be clear. It took me a long time. Luckily, I was in a position financially where I had a little money to play with.
Right.
And I was overpaying artists because none of the artists wanted to come to Baltimore. They wanted to go to D.C. They thought Baltimore was the wire. Why would I miss my $1 million artists to come to your town when you can just go down the street, Tracy, we fuck with you. Excuse me, we mess with you, but just go to D.C. It's safer. So I said, look, I'll give you extra 5. I'll give you extra 10. Just please try us out. We deserve talent too. So you got to be willing to go the extra mile. And it's not going to be an overnight success. It's just not. It's just not. You just got to really like grind it out, and slowly you'll get there. But the problem is, I think now the artists just cost too much. They cost too much. It's really hard to make anybody any money anymore. That's why I have to go to the arenas, have to go to bigger buildings, because if somebody's charging $250,000, how you gonna make money?
Okay, well, you got Moneybag coming this Saturday. Let's talk about that.
Ooh, that's my dog. Like, you gotta think the relationships again,
Right.
Gotti. You know, I'm devastated still to this day about Gotti's brother. He was my go-to. Like, if anybody bothered me, that was no one knew, but I would call Juke. He'd be like, who is it? All right, why you always call me? You got a problem. Let me see what I can do. And he would fix it. Because he was a loyal guy. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what they say. It was a great man. And in saying that, relationships still matter. The OGs still respect the relationships. You know, I could sit in the hallway with little Kim and talk to her all night, and she would chill out in the hallway with you in a hotel. Those older artists still got that mentality. These new artists, money, 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 money. You can't get your homeboy to be your manager. That's not always a good idea.
Right.
And I think what's happening is messing that game because they're trying to get side deals and everybody's hustling, and it's messing it up. You need professionals. You need a real manager, a real agent to run your business. And I think that's what's messing up the game a lot, because we got your family working it and they don't know what the hell they're doing. No disrespect, but they just don't. You just pay them on the side to be assistant, but to run your career, I think that ruins a lot of careers. I really do.
Okay. So let's talk about one of the worst events you've had.
Oh, God.
And also one of the best events that you had that you felt like it grew you for that success.
And, you know, I didn't talk about Moneybag much, but we'll go back to him. Best event. I will honestly say last show we did with you guys, to me, was one of the best. I think because of the level of star we had. Like, Wayne was just, he's Wayne.
Yeah.
And that's just, how can you talk about him? But I'll also say one of my first Winter Fest I did with you guys when we had NBA Youngboy, Moneybag Yo, Lil Baby, and Kevin Gates. My mom had died a week before the show. And I did not know, as an only child, how I was going to get through it. But I knew my mom would be like, you got to push forward, baby. I'm in heaven. I'm doing good. And she blessed me. Y'all don't understand what went on backstage in that garage with NBA Youngboy. We went through a lot back there. But that show sold out. It sold out so well, we had to add sections. We sold the sections you're not supposed to sell, where you can't even hardly see the stage. They just wanted to be in the building. And the energy was crazy. So I will say that was my pinnacle show.
Okay.
The worst show? I got a whole bunch. But the very, very worst show was when I had Common at the Lyric. You guys probably don't remember this. And Common was on fire back then, right? And it was like Jay-Z decided, I'm coming to Baltimore. The same day at the same time.
Oh, man.
Man.
And I had a building that held like 2,300 people. I had 500. Never include my family and friends.
Hey, yo.
And Common was a trooper. He said, Tracye, cut my fee on the back end, just give me a little bit, and I'm going to go out there and give you a show regardless.
Cool.
And he performed. And my mom was the only show my mother ever went to. And she sat in the front. He performed for my mom. And I tell you, that was a special. I will always respect him for that. Because most artists wouldn't even gone out.
Right.
But he didn't care. He did his thing. But Jay-Z coming to town killed me. And it's Jay-Z.
No doubt. Now, I want to say salute to you because you're the first person that put me on a big stage even before I was on 92Q. I did the Jeezy show with who else? With Trina. It was New Year's Eve.
Oh my God!
It was New Year's Eve. That was my first. Yeah, that was crazy.
When
but
the
I had
stage
a ball.
collapsed, remember?
Yeah, I remember when Stevie J and Jocelyn was there. That was my first big show. So I'm gonna say salute to you, Tracye. You the one to put me in the arena first. You know what I'm saying?
And also thank you for giving me the opportunity to Dubai. You know what I'm saying, with the whole radio broadcast.
Yeah.
So like I said, you've literally touched a lot of people in different ways.
Oh yeah, and that's when me and Party Marty was partners back in Dubai.
Oh my good, my boy, he's hilarious. I love him.
Yeah, shout out Party Marty, man.
Yes, always.
So let's talk about the future, though. You know what I'm saying, as far as with the reality show we heard, got coming up.
We have been working on this show since Dubai. I look slightly different on that finish than I do right now, but it's been something. It's been my baby. I've been trying to get going on for a long time. I don't think anyone has ever, and I should keep it to myself, but no one's really ever showed what we go through as promoters. You see all the glory and the great stuff, but to see the stuff that goes on backstage, I mean, we've had shootings backstage. We've had all kind of stuff happen. People never know because you got to put that smile on. Mm-hmm. And we've had time where we're trying to figure we have enough money to pay the artists. Like, it's just been a lot. And I think this will show what a woman in the industry goes through, from guys trying to have sex with you to, people disrespecting you. It just will show you the whole step of the way. I want you to see what we start with, starting from booking a show to the end result and all the things in between. So I think it's going to be a hit. I believe in the project. A lot of from Mona to a few other names are just all over. We're just trying to find the right home for it at this point. But you guys will be hearing something real soon about it.
Okay. Well, Tracye, we appreciate you coming through Rap Attack.
Oh, thank you.
Doors always open.
Yes, indeed.
I'll be back.
No,
Money Bag Yo.
Yes, sir. Money Bag Yo on the way. Let's not forget that.
Oh, yeah, we got to promote that. Oh, yeah, get all that out.
Please. So on Friday, 3/1, we're going to have YTB Fat. And he's bringing some surprise guests along with Little Meech, which is kind of cool. It's a day he drops his TV show for the series. So it'll be the same day.
Nice.
And then the next day, of course, we got Moneybag Yo. And everybody's coming out with him. So it's just going to be, and I got my whole CMG family around. So we're going to get together and we're going to give you guys a great night. So I'm excited.
You know what it is, man. Rap Attack, B-More's 92 Kid.
Yes, sir.